How you doing, good people? Welcome back. And I want to go over some finger stretches with you right now. We're going to do a little finger stretching exercises because you're probably noticing when you're playing these chords that, and you're learning your chords and you're getting them to sound good, and you give me that 5 minutes a day, you can do it! Some of the chords might be a little hard to stretch to because your fingers aren't used to this. So I'm going to give you some stretches to get your fingers stretched out a little bit. And do these a couple minutes a day. That's it. That's all you need. And like before you start, like as almost as a warm-up. Okay, remember, like a sprinter doesn't go right to the stadium and run a 100-meter dash. They get there early, hours before they race, and they go through all these series of stretches and warm-ups and whatnot. And you should do the same thing on guitar. So, okay, so I want to go over some basic stretches with you, and these are going to get your fingers a little bit stretched out, a little bit more limber. We're going to build strength. And down the road, we're going to be doing finger exercises with individual, with picking, and to really help build up the strength and dexterity in your fret hand, because you might be noticing that at first, it's a little tough stretching to make some of these chords. Maybe the C chord, that's a chord that everyone seems to struggle with at first, or the G, getting your first finger all the way up there. Believe me, it comes in time. Just practice and you will get it. But I want to give you some stretches, both that you could do with the guitar, and some stretches that you could do that you don't need the guitar. You could do while you're at work, or while you're driving, or while you're hanging out, whatever, you know. So let me give you a couple different ones, and just do a couple minutes a day, like most of our stuff. A couple minutes a day, that's all you have to do. And you'll see yourself building strength over time, okay? Here's the first stretch. What we're going to do is we're going to work on stretching out the distance between your fingers with this one. That's very important that you have a good stretch with the fret hand, okay? And when you're playing chords and later when we're playing single notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right into the neck of the guitar, okay? And we're going to do a wide shot, and then I'm going to get close to the camera so you can see this, okay? So, wide shot, take your first finger and your second finger. And you're going to go right into the back of the guitar neck with them. Okay? And you're going to push in, and now I'm pushing up and down as I'm pushing in. And I'm working that in between those fingers. Now, if your hand goes all the way in to the back and your fingers are stretched, remember the guitar neck is tapered. So it's thinner here, thicker, 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 thicker as it goes down. So bring it down to the thicker part of the neck and try that. Go in, up and down. See, let me give you a couple different views of this, okay? We're gonna zoom in a second, but I'm going up and down. And I'm not pushing it really, really hard to where you're gonna hurt your hand, but it's about getting a good stretch. Let me give you this view. Oh, there you go. You can see that really well. Then, do between your second and third fingers. Nice, I can really feel that. See, work with me here. Yeah, see, up and back, up and back. I'm stretching, and push yourself a little bit. Then, between your pinky and your third finger. If you can get it all the way in, slide down to where the neck is fatter. Okay? And really work that stretch. Then do these. Tighten, loosen, tighten, loosen. Okay? Yeah, and then shake your hand out. Really get that stretch. Now let me come in closer here so I can show you this. I'll give you a couple different angles, okay? So what I'm doing is, again, remember guitar, first finger, second finger. I'm going right into the guitar neck. There you go, look at that shot. And this is the action I'm doing. Okay? And stretching. Now again, remember the neck is thinner here, it gets thicker as it goes down. So if you can get it all the way in, go to where it's fatter. Alright, then, next two fingers. Let's give you another shot. There you go. See? I can get it almost all the way in. See where the skin hits in the back? So I'm going to take it down to where it's further. See? Now I can't get it all the way in there. There's some space there. See, I want to get that stretched out. Yeah. Right? Same thing with the pinky. See, I can get it all the way in. So I'm going to go down. See, as I'm going down, there's space there. So I can stretch that. See, here's a good shot of that right there. Okay. And you want to do that a couple times. And really work it. Just don't namby-pamby it and be like, done. That does nothing. Okay? Really get it in there. So look at how far I have I could stretch 7 frets. From the 1st fret to the 7th, almost to the 8th fret. That far just from doing these. It's very important on the guitar. It's a big advantage. It's like being able to stretch and having strong hands on the guitar, which you will get if you follow our program. It's kind of like being tall playing basketball. What's the average height of an NBA basketball player? 6'9", 6'10", right? Not that smaller guards don't play, but I'm talking averages. Generally, you're tall, that's an advantage, right? Here, having the dexterity in your hand that we're going to build up is an advantage. It makes it easier to play the chords. It makes it easier to finger notes and to stretch and eventually to bend notes and to play licks, right? And we're going to build that up. So let me give you I want you to practice that with the guitar. And now, yeah, and remember, I'm not talking about like you have to have tremendous physical strength or anything like that to play guitar. You don't, because I teach children, 8 years old. I have an 11-year-old student who could rip it up, and he got fast with all the exercises that I gave him. I have kids as 8 years old playing, 7 playing, women, tall, short, whatever, men, women, kids, adolescents. I have older students, younger students, it doesn't matter. Anybody can do it, and you can do it. You just follow our program here. Anybody can play. It just makes it easier, because when you're first starting, it's very awkward, these positions at first. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. You follow these exercises, it gets even easier and easier and easier. These exercises are key. So this one you're going to do with the guitar, right into it. And when you're doing this with your, I'm going to put the pick down there, hold with your, if you're right-handed, or if you're lefty, we use our other hand, but hold the guitar neck with one hand as you're going into it, because otherwise it's going to be dancing. So hold the neck here, and then go into it with your, between your fingers. There's a really good shot again. See how I'm holding the neck with my one hand, and I'm stretching this way. Okay? And doing quite a bit. Really get in there. Okay? Alright. Now, let's do one. Oh, by the way, and that, I'm just going to stay in camera, in tight with the camera. You could do that with the guitar neck, okay? But you can also do that without the guitar neck. Let's say you're at work and you're working at your desk, whatever, and you're kicking back, maybe taking a rest for a second, or have some time and you're in a conference. Do them on your arm, on your forearm. Pretend like that's the guitar neck. Watch what I do here. I'm going to go right into my arm, see? And look at that. And then go up and back. Up and back. Now, I can get that in pretty far because I could stretch my hands pretty far. So I'm going to go to the fatter part of my arm down the bottom here. See? There we go. And I'm working it on my arm. Okay? You do this when you're stopped at a light in traffic. Don't do it while you're driving, because then that might be bad. Right? But all your fingers. There's a really good shot right there. See how I'm going into it and I'm moving my hand up and back and really getting a good stretch on your arm. Okay, so I like this exercise because you could do it with the guitar or without the guitar. Use your arm. Okay, another good exercise that I like that you can do without the guitar, and you can do this anywhere. Just a couple minutes a day. So I can really feel the stretch in my hand because I'm demonstrating it for so long, man. It's feeling really good. So I do these a lot too, and then shake it out. Good. Okay, very good. Now here's another one I like. Again. It's all about this distance in between here, because that's going to make it so much easier to play chords and finger notes and whatnot. So what I like doing is, I'm going to show you straight on. Take your opposite hand, your thumb and your first finger, and you're going to use that as a wedge to push your fingers apart. So like here's my first finger, my second finger. I'm going to take my hand, go into the hand and push it out. I'm going like boom. Push it out like this. So here, go right in, and that's pushed out pretty far. Now I'm going to hold it for like a 10 count. Like a good stretch, like you're at the gym and you're stretching before you're working out. Then go to the next two fingers. Go right into them, push them out. And again, don't be mamby-pamby with this. Don't just be If you're going to do it, do it. Like in one of my favorite movies, Singles, Bridget Fonda. If you're going to have the operation, right? Watch that movie. It's a funny part. You'll see what I'm talking about. Remember, go right into your fingers. There's another view. And look at that stretch I'm getting there. And I'm going to hold that for a 10 count. Okay? And then, and as an option, as you're pushing apart your fingers, right, try to push your fingers back. Okay, so it's like you're doing a negative almost, Like I'm pushing back, I'm fighting it. And again, you're going to build up strength in the tendons and the muscles. Remember, you only have one tendon that comes up the side of each of your fingers, and we have to strengthen those muscles and whatnot. So each finger you're going to hold. Now the pinky, again, you're going to go in there and zoop with those two fingers and push them out. Look at that. I can almost get it shaped like an L. I can stretch that on those two pretty far. Look at that. Just want to show you how far a stretch I can get. I have like Aquaman hands. Look at that. Okay? So again, I'm holding that for a 10 count. Okay. So, what I'm saying is, I want you to work on these finger stretches every day as part of your practice routine. The previous module we talked about practice routines, and this is important to incorporate these in. And as we go on the guitar and progress, I'm going to give you more finger stretches, more finger exercises and dexterity builders. And again, we're traversing that staircase, right? So just a couple minutes a day. That's all you need, is a couple minutes a day. Follow the structured routines that we're setting up with the Next Level Guitar. And you're going to be tearing it up in no time. In nothing flat. All right, so we'll see you in the next module.